Episode 4 of season 2 of Coach Prime was both inspirational and quite honestly sad. Uh, if you didn't check it out, I will tell you why I say that. And I'll start with the inspirational and lighter shit first. On the one hand, you had Coach TC tell a story. I kind of alluded to it in the previous segment, but that brother story is dope as fuck. I wish I had my brother Stanley on this motherfucker or my brother PT to really dive into it with y'all, to my because as y'all know, my brother PT is tired like this, Jack State. And y'all also saw my brother Stanley ain't short stopping either, to my because he was a former ball boy for Jackson State. So he remembers a whole lot of these guys. And TC Taylor really stands out for them. You know what I'm saying? But if you watched episode 4 of the docuseries, you got to get some of the background of Coach Taylor. From him making the switch from quarterback to wide receiver, and saying shit he had never played wide out. So you really had to learn the position. And he thrived at this shit. You know what I'm saying? It got my wheels turning as to, how you see what's going on with him right now with these various changes to his role on the team, you know what I'm saying, and how he just handles it and stays classy and keeps it moving, just keeps performing. I think maybe, what he did as a player probably conditioned him for this. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's another reason why I encourage folks to get their kids involved in sports. You know what I'm saying? Sports really teaches you about life if you let it. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Taylor showed that. You know what I'm saying? Again, being a standout at Jack State, loving the university, being there and having success. And I like how they showed that hell, even before Coach Prime, Jack State was rocking and could fill that bitch up and get 60,000 up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that is another reason why I'm one of the folks that don't be afraid of addressing if he gonna stay or leave and shit like that. Because you know what I'm saying? Cause I know Jack State been Jack State. But and TC Taylor is an example of that. But his story is great. And the way he's been able to adjust in his life to changes in his life in terms of as a player and now as a coach. It's something to be said about that. Because we all, not all, I ain't gonna say that, but most of us don't have this linear life. Like your life ain't just this one line, you streamline and this it just goes exactly how you want it. It can be tripped up. Could be a lot of shit along the way. You know what I'm saying? And I think the people who really stand out are the ones who can make those adjustments. So shout out to Coach Taylor because he's able to do that. Some other things that were great was the fact to see that Coach Prime really be coaching Shador. He got into him in practice when he fucked up on a read. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see that. He had been telling us that in the media that if you what's his quote? If you can tell other than by looks which one of the boys or young men is his son or sons, then he's doing something wrong. And so to see that little segment with him really getting on them is good. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all know for real, a lot of time fathers are their sons' harshest critics when they play ball. You know what I'm saying? I think about like Barry Sanders. His pop would never really give him credit for real, for real. I think John Morant said his pops is like that. So that was dope because you need that. You need that on this team because if not, you probably have some dissension. in the team. We knew Shador had some training from Brady in the past, but you know, since that was highlighted as well, it speaks to how this young man is being groomed now. He's learning. I think about like Steph Curry. Okay, folks always calling Steph this underdog and stuff like that because he ended up at Davidson and then you know rose to who he is. But folks are forgetting his pops, Dale Curry, was in the league. You know what I'm saying? So Steph has been able to be in NBA gyms his whole life and not only pick his father's brain, but pick these other pros' brains, which is an advantage. But there are a lot of kids who have advantages who become spoiled and feel entitled, and then they don't take advantage of those gifts that they have. They don't take advantage of the connections that their parents have made. And it doesn't seem like Shador is doing that. It seems like Shador is being a sponge. He recognizes that his pops has put him in a situation where he can learn from some of the greats. You know, to my if y'all want to say he can learn from the greatest of all time, go ahead. Y'all know how I feel about that. But it was dope to see that he's picking Tom Brady's brain and trying to really get the nuances of the game down. And we see it again as a freshman. That brother made some fucking throws that some seniors can't make. Okay. Um, and I anticipate him being even better as a sophomore, especially with these weapons that they came on in to go with the other weapons we already had. All right now. It was also dope to see the sonic boom of the South. Through it all, it don't matter what the fuck going on with Jackson State. It could be scandals with the president. I'm gonna leave that alone. It could be tough seasons for the football team. It could be whatever. But that boom gonna be the motherfucking boom. You understand? And they deserve that. Hey, in the comment section, I want y'all to tell me what's your favorite boom moment. What's your boom moment? Everybody should have one. You understand? I know for me, uh, as I think I've said before, when they would come to my hometown of Canton and be in the parade, because don't get it twisted, where I'm from, the Canton High School Tigers marching band is known as the Baby Boom. Okay, now I'm not trying to offend nobody out there who may feel like your high school or your city's school y'all band is the understudy to the boom. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't trying to besmirch nobody. All I'm telling you is that where I'm from, the Canton High School Tigers, their band is known as the Baby Boom. Okay. They rock the same colors and everything. They also the Tigers. And they some bad motherfuckers, especially back in the day under Jesse Primer. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that though. My fellow Cantonians know about that. But I would love when the boom would come to Canton and they'll put them at the end of the parade. And you couldn't wait. Now I say it now here. When I was little, when Wavy Dave would come through that bitch, he scared the shit out of me. I was a little boy. Okay, I ain't like this shit. I ain't like to go to Chuck E. Cheese to that big ass rat either. But I loved it. I would love to hear the boom. Just be amazed by them motherfuckers. I got a mean drum major on my head. You know what I'm talking about? I can do a mean drum major. Don't fucking play with me. Fuck around, I'm gonna put the video out here. You feel me? Challenge y'all, see what y'all be like. But I remember we used to got down in my hood. Folks would get something and beat on it. And the little plastic chairs motherfuckers used to have. You know what I'm saying? Some folks would get little plastic chairs, beat on that shit. And then some folks get them little kids don't know nothing about this shit no more. But you know when you used to turn your papers in and you used to have those little clear things you used to have to put the papers in. and then you put like those little plastic things on it to kind of bind it together. Where if you took the little plastic thing, you blow into it and make noise, you know what I'm talking about? So some folks play that shit like that's the trumpet, and then others just grab a stick or something like that, act like you the drum major, shit like that. And we be going down the street doing that shit like we the motherfucking boom. You feel me? So it was great to have them featured. You can't do something on Jack State and not have the Sonic Boom of the South featured in this shit. And probably no band in the country got a better theme song than Get Ready. Come on, bro. Shit just legendary. So that was tremendous to see them featured in this motherfucker. And two other things before I get to the more somber thing that was featured. Saw brother Tobias Dorzen. Now I hope I'm pronouncing that right. A notable alum, former running back. Brother said he ran for 250 on homecoming one time. You feel me? He's a current chef for celebrities. I said, I like to see shit like that. Our kids need to see that, like to think outside about game. When I was in the fucking classroom, the jobs you hear kids saying usually RN, truck driver, athlete, shit like that. And you rarely hear kids thinking outside the box, like I'm gonna be a fucking chef one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this brother is a damn chef. And you know what I'm saying? Seems like he doing his motherfucking thing with it. I would love to have him on the show. I'm gonna have to reach out to him. You know, if you know the brother, tell him Fur, aka Kenneth Stokes Jr. Say I want to get him on the show, man. You know what I'm talking about? I think that'll be dope. So more people can hear his story and maybe he can inspire some of our youngins to think outside the box when it comes to their careers. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to that king. And seeing Santee Marshall get that goddamn scholarship. We saw that if you follow Coach Prime online and shit like that, or follow any of the Jack State accounts, you probably saw that when it went viral when it happened. But to see that Coach Prime had fixed that shit up in his head already, how he was gonna do that. This brother's a master marketer. Just masterful with marketing, you know, to myself. That was tremendous. And seeing just the joy of those young men to see somebody else's accomplishment, to see a young man who had been working hard, their brother, get that scholarship like that. Those youngins were so happy for that man, you know, to my, and they were also happy to have young Dolph up in there with them. That shit fucked up, man. Because we talking about young men, bro. And if those young men anything like I was coming up, like it's a lot of life lessons. It's a lot of game you get from these rappers, especially when you don't have your father at home with you, and you ain't got no strong male there to really just give you game like that all the time, or shit. Even if you don't have no uncles or something like that that's giving you game, you get a lot of game from these rappers. And for those y'all real ones that you know what I'm saying, maybe y'all fuck with the team, but y'all ain't up on game when it comes to hip hop. Young Dolph was a rapper from Memphis. Um, I guess you would call him a trap rapper, you know what I'm saying, gangster rapper, come from the streets. But really turned himself into an entrepreneur for real, you know what I'm saying? Seemed like he was really handling business with his company, really having ownership of what he created. Seemed like he was really putting away money for his children, which is something a lot of these rappers don't fucking do. They just goddamn blow through money. Uh, seemed like he was buying up properties in Memphis. So it seemed like he was really on some entrepreneurial shit. And you, I think the youngest fuck with that because look, man, These young men want to get money. They want to get money. Maybe they can't write no song. And God knows, hopefully they don't want to move no packs, no sell no drugs, but they want to get money. And that's some of the shit you can get from some good gangster rap. That whole emotion of hustling. You know what I'm saying? Grinding for what you want. But here's the thing, bro. This is what was so ironic. I don't think a lot of motherfuckers peep this. The song they were turning up to was a song called 100 Shots. It's a song in which Dolph was basically throwing shade at his adversaries for allegedly shooting at him 100 times and not being able to kill him. See, he was recently murdered, but that wasn't the first time he was shot. Okay. And I'm talking about just since he been in the industry. Wasn't the first time he was shot. So when you think about it and you see how they turning up to the record, to those young men, it's a song, it's a dope song, something they can vibe to. And yeah, they football players, they hard, they some of the hardest motherfuckers from whatever city they come from, tough, big, strong, uh, testosterone going alpha male motherfuckers. So a song like that, shit, they gonna fuck with it. Shit, I like the record. Because we all got motherfuckers that come for us and we feel like they miss. You coming for me, but bitch, you miss. Fuck you. Cause that's the really the juice of the song. You know what I'm saying? Now, 99% of us don't have somebody shooting 100 bullets at us, trying to kill us. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say the majority of us have in our lifetime had somebody who doesn't like us come for us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part I think those young men were vibing to. But see, what we miss with this shit is that that was that brother's real life. Somebody really tried to kill that man. And then not too long after he was in that fucking locker room with those young men, somebody did kill him in his hometown. But I'm gonna speak on that in greater detail on another video addressing the violence in these streets in our communities, whether it be amongst the rappers or uh, just in the streets with our young men. Period. I'm gonna talk about it in another video. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. But for those of y'all that won't, I got you here right now. So I'm just gonna say this and tie it to this. Uh, we need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. Because that brother Dolph should still be here. We need you to, as I said on another video, be a mentor to some youngin. Just get you one. Because Dolph came from dire poverty. He came from some shit. If you don't believe me, go listen to, I think that was his Breakfast Club interview, where I heard he really get into some of his background. If that brother didn't come from poverty and come from struggle like that, that brother probably just would have been some dope ass Memphis businessman, some kind of legitimate entrepreneur. He wouldn't have to sell drugs and shit like that and stuff. So, and then his life would have been totally different. But we need you, okay? And since it's a sports show and I'm talking Jackson State, I may have somebody out there who is in a fraternity or shit, even in sorority, because I know young ladies who gang bang. We need y'all to get in these schools. And maybe all of you are in these schools, goddamn it, salute. But we need y'all in these schools. We need y'all in these hoods showing youngins that they don't have to be a gangster disciple. They don't have to be a folk on the hustler. They don't have to be a vice lord. They don't have to be a blood. They don't have to be a crip. They don't have to be a black disciple. They ain't got to be from our Latino brothers and sisters. They ain't got to be no Latin King or whatever the fucking gang is out here in these streets. They ain't got to be none of that shit. They want to rep something. They want to rep colors. They want to throw signs. They want to do a particular walk. They want to live by a particular code. They can go to college. They can be a Q dog. They can be a Kappa. They can be a Sigma. They can be an Alpha. You feel me? They can be an Iota, an AKA, a Delta, a Zeta, Sigma Gamma Rho. They can go be that. You feel me? And hopefully not gravitate to that lifestyle that ultimately cost his brother Dolph his life. And, led to many of our young men, losing one of their favorite rappers. I know that feeling of losing Tupac. That shit fucked me up as a child, losing Tupac. And I wish I knew the truth behind Tupac's death was that shit. Pac was for real running with some gangsters, some bloods. And Pac for real stole on a real crip who happened to be a real murderer. And that man retaliated and killed Pac. Just that simple. Instead of all the bullshit I was told, the federal government, he's still alive and all this shit. No, fuck that. I need to know what really happened. So my little dumb ass wouldn't have been out here who I love Tupac, but maybe that would have stopped me from, repping some of the shit I was repping at the time. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to tie that in here. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all this sports show. Know y'all football fans, but if you fuck with me for real, y'all know I care about much more than just sports. And I hope you appreciate that. And I think most of y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But that was my takeaway from episode 4 of this season of Coach Prime. Again, I think the docu-series is dope. I anticipate the next couple episodes this week, what I'm talking about. But y'all chime in. Let me know what was some of y'all highlights from this particular episode. And again, tell me your boom story. You know what I'm saying? What's one of your favorite stories about the sonic boom of the South? I'm very interested to hear that one. You feel me? Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.